I'm just saying. I'm just a sad little uwu baby. I couldn't have done the crime. Hello everybody, welcome to the demo for Spill the Beans, aka the second demo. If this looks familiar or sounds familiar at all, I did stream the original first demo of this game about a year ago over on my Twitch channel, right when that first demo dropped. I was actually kind enough to be given early access by the devs to stream the demo, but they have a new demo now with a lot more stuff to do. It goes a little bit further into some of the interesting things in this game, which, by the way, if you've never heard of this game before in your entire life, it is a reverse detective visual novel, and what I mean by that is we're the culprit. We're going in and getting a job at this fantasy cafe in order to steal their secret recipe, and then we have to pin the crime on somebody else using evidence to back ourselves up. Funny! I really enjoyed the original demo when I first played it, so I was very happy when I found out they had a new and improved, updated demo out. They also have a Kickstarter now for the game, which is almost running out of time, but they're about a little under halfway to their goal. As of right now, I have pledged to it, and I highly recommend if you like what you see. The Kickstarter for Spill the Beans has until Wednesday, August 6th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Eastern time to make their goal. If you have the means and you like what you see, I definitely recommend helping them out because I really vibe with this game. I can't wait to see what all they've added to the demo, and I just really want them to be successful. This is their first ever game as a studio, and it's this cool. Like, they have a really interesting concept here and really unique characters, and just, please. Not to be asking you to pledge to something immediately within like the first 2 minutes of this video, but like, watch this, see what you see what you like, consider. I know the economy is an actual shit show right now, but like, if you can, we gotta support the little guy around here. Independent artists. Indie games. Alright, new game, baby, let's go. You've done it. Against all odds, you've managed to pull off the heist. Your shaking, outstretched hands grab the cafe's secret recipe. As its power pulses through your body, your heart aches, your breath flutters. Mere echoes of what was taken from you, what will soon be yours again. Oh, there is lore. I do not remember this lore. It has been like a year though, so there's probably stuff from the first demo that I have forgotten about, which is gonna make this interesting. Trying to see what I remember and what I don't. But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in this cafe, the ones you're about to drag into a complicated criminal mess. Oh, wait, are we just starting where the other demo left off? Oh, I thought I was gonna have to replay some stuff, but this is interesting. You can only blame the scroll's influence for such inconvenient sympathies. If they were in your position, they'd do the same, wouldn't they? They'd know that, after everything you've been through, this was the only option left. Dun dun dun! Oh wait, maybe it isn't starting from there. Because now we're talking about Artifice County. People say that Artifice County is the most magical place there is. Yes, Artifice, where 100 years ago, the world of spirits cracked the earth and spilled over into ours. But now those spirits work 9 to 5s. Arcane power fuels cars and charges phones. This county, once the cradle of magic, has become as mundane as any other. And an unmagical human like yourself, among shape-shifting sirens, carbon fiber constructs, and wizards? You're exceptional, exceptionally dull, and exceptionally underestimated. No matter how much you tried to fit in, to love this place and all its wonders, it never reciprocated. All it did was take. All it left you with was emptiness. So why not take something back? Steal everything the county denied from you, fill that gnawing emptiness, and leave it behind forever. Luckily, you know what you need, and exactly where to find it. The Familiar, a downtown cafe, noteworthy only for its secret recipe, locked tight in a back room. And conveniently enough, they're hiring so desperately that they aren't asking for experience or background checks. Funny! What's funny is that, like, I recently got a job IRL, right? So, like, knowing now things I know about working at my actual job. They were pretty desperate to hire, but they still did a background check on me, so this is even funnier. All that's left is to put together an application. Not that anything you say on it really matters, it rarely does. Alright, back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Let's make my resume again. Alright, let's make it look kind of like me. I love how I was like, oh my god, is it starting from when the last demo left off? No. I don't remember if that intro was there. The first thing I remember from the old demo was this. I don't know if they added that or if I just have an exceptionally bad memory. I probably have an exceptionally bad memory, let's be real. What if it was me, but I had green hair? Thoughts? My hair doesn't even look like that. I just wish it did. My hair certainly doesn't look like the other 3 options though. I'll just make it look my normal hair color, which is like brown. In certain lightings, people think I'm a redhead. They already chose my pronouns for me. They already know. They know me so well. I think I remember what I said last time. I said I was a fun-loving ship captain because my username used to be Captain Abby Games. I thought that was funny. I don't need to be tied to the captain anymore, so maybe I'll say something else. I'm a self-motivated, one underdog. I'm an underdog. I'm a self-motivated underdog who loves... I mean, I do love coffee. I think I said that last time. Who loves myself. Lamau. I'll say I love a job well done. All right, soft skills. I'll say I'm a good listener. Possible sidekick. I remember that one. Probable minion. It'd be funny if I could say good listener for all 3. Excellent organizer and... Please. I'm doing it again. I can't not hit this one. It was so funny last time. Please. Anyway. Oh, my name! Fuck, I forgot my name. Walkie. I don't have a fake last name to go with Walkie. I've never thought about this. Walkie Rat Boy. That's my name, officially. I could also call myself Weather Carl, but like, this is me, the thief. Can't believe I forgot to write my fucking name. A few days later, you're face to face with the familiar. While its neighbors are all dust and drywall, its facade seems unbroken, even if the varnish is peeling at the edges. Hell site, join today. I don't remember that being there. I must not have noticed it. Oh my god. For a moment, nothing. Then you spot a silhouette in the window who flicks its neon sign to open before waving you over. You cross the street, repeating the details of your plan. You need to get in, get out, and, for the smoothest possible getaway, try to find someone else to take the blame. But can you really do all those things without running into any complications? You've already reached the front door. You can hardly turn back now. Whee! I love that transition so much. It's so smooth. The cafe laid bare before you is almost indistinguishable from the scant images you found online. Hello? Oh hey! If you pledge to the Kickstarter, they might put you there. I think that's what that means. I don't know all the tiers off the top of my head. I think it was like, all of the reward tiers are in pounds because they're British. So like £30 gets you a copy of the game, and that's the tier that I pledged at. So it was about like, I think 40 USD or so. Now that I actually have a paying job, I can splurge on a Kickstarter here and there, which is nice. Mismatched chairs and royalty-free wall art. Well kept, but worn down. Oh my god, the donuts have cat ears! The donuts have cat ears! You don't get long to take it all in. A construct towering over 2 meters tall stops wiping down the counter and turns to greet you. Sloan, my beloved, hello, I've missed you so much. It's been a year since I've seen your beautiful face. In a game. I've seen it on Blue Sky. Ah, you must be Walkie. Great to finally meet you. Sorry, terribly rude of me to not meet you at the door. As she strides over, you realize just how old her vessel must be to have no custom limbs or decals. Just worn gray stone, flowering moss, and that tiny blue bird nestled on her shoulder. Nested on her shoulder. That's a nest. I can't read. I think I said this a year ago in my old VOD, which I'll link that old VOD in the description too in case you want to look at it. But I think I did say, her design is reminding me a little bit of that one Bastion skin from Overwatch where he looks all overgrown and stuff with the bird. I don't go there anymore. I don't play Overwatch anymore, but like, I was never even a huge Bastion player, but I loved that skin. I thought it was so pretty. I'm Sloan from the emails. Lovely to have you on board. Did you get here all right? I saw your address was uptown, and I know we're a wee bit out the way. Before you get a chance to reply, she's already yanked you into a crushing two-handed shake. For a moment, you worry that she might have pulled your arm from its socket. Actually, I shouldn't get chatting just yet. Today's schedule is pretty packed, what with your induction, and I barely found the time to fix breakfast for Adam. Oh, hang on. This is Adam. Adam, say hello to Walkie. They're your new coworker, so be polite. The bird! Hi, Birdie. Adam's usually my only company out front, so it'll be nice to have you too. I mean, I love this job, I really do. But after 6 years of working the floor by myself, starting at 5 every day. Not that you have to come in that early, of course, we're only meant to start at 8, but it pays off, it does. Okay, damn. Here's my thing. I love Sloan to death. I couldn't pin the crime on her, but like, she comes in early every day. She could be planning that heist, bro. Come on. I will not be blaming her. I have a character I remember wanting to frame. I don't know if you can actually frame him or not. I think in the original demo you really couldn't do anything with him, but I've seen some of the stuff on the Kickstarter and I'm like, have they given him more screen time, perhaps? As Sloan trails off, you have a chance to put your plan in motion. You spent a long time figuring out other people's so-called feelings and just how easy they are to manipulate. If someone's in a good mood, they'll probably think better of you and suspect you less. Then again, if you make someone upset, they might make for an easier scapegoat under pressure. But what's best for Sloan? Better make that first impression count. I am not framing Sloan. I will not. She is an angel. Walkie? Oh, I've worried you with that 5 a.m. thing, haven't I? Just want to stress you don't have to do that, honest. I'm pretty sure it's only like the first few things, but it does tell you what's good and what's bad. Which is nice for my stressed out ass playing these games with dialogue choices. Like, let me learn, like for my first few interactions with someone, let me learn what they like and what they don't like, and then I can like make better judgments later. Oh, that's sweet of you. I try to bring the best out of the old familiar. Good to know other people actually notice. The lights flicker overhead before Sloan can finish her sentence. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that was fixed. I should call the electromancer once I get a free moment. Anyway, packed schedule. I've got pastries in the oven, then a delivery after. Come on, let's get you in uniform. If we're quick, I can show you how our recipe works before any customers arrive. I love how it's like, I need to like steal the secret recipe, but I could just learn it. But maybe the paper's magic. I don't know. It's easily possible. Sloan strides through the doorway behind the counter, beckoning you into the kitchen beyond. It takes 3 steps just to match one of hers. The kitchen, built from cool metal and right angles, is warm with the smell of apricots. You breathe it in while Sloan roots through a nearby cabinet before suddenly sighing. I'll say this now, I'm sorry about the fit. She hands you an apron like her own. Exactly like her own, actually, in that it's far too big for you. It's bound to slow you down and make you look utterly ridiculous. Your one should be here tomorrow. I hope this is alright in the meantime. Okay, see, I remember this question making me have to sit here for a second because like, yeah, take the apron, you're here to play the part, aren't you? And she'd feel better. And then this one I'm like, it will help me be fast for my heist if I'm not wearing it. But she'd be sad. And it might make me more sus if I don't accept the uniform. So I'm gonna take it. Great, how are you gonna steal the recipe while wearing this? Yeah, see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Couldn't I take it off, slip it in my pocket, and then put it back on? Like, it's not that hard. Thanks a million, Walkie. Glad you're seeing an upside. Here's your name tag, too. As you wrap yourself in the oversized apron and pin on your name tag, Sloan smiles. It's a small, sad smile that weighs down her whole face. Look, I'm sure not everything you've heard about this place has been grand, but once you put in a little elbow grease, she really shines. And I've got a lot of elbow grease. I just wanted to say that you wouldn't be here if I didn't think you had the same drive. Your application told me that much. She's gonna call me out again. She's gonna call me out again just like last time. It did say please though, didn't it? I knew that was a mistake, so I ignored it. Do change that in the next draft. Please. Funny. I wanted to see this again. I know I probably could have gotten a different dialogue if I'd done something else, but it's just too funny to me. But at the end of the day, those are just words. Your experience is what really settled it. I mean, it must have been quite a privilege to work for... Sloan is cut short by a buzz from her phone. I'm sure nothing in my work experience on this was real or legitimate, so... Ah, pastries! Why don't you pop into the office while I grab those? Fred, your manager, I should say, ought to be ready. Big grey door on your right, best of luck. You take 6 steps towards the office, a hiss of heat escaping the oven behind you. Beyond lies Fred, the owner, the one from the newspaper, the one whose recipe you're here for. You ease the door open, but no one greets you. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the colossal metal safe that occupies a quarter of the room. Just a few steps away. You knew the recipe was protected, but not like this. The safe looked like it was taken from the set of a heist movie. In fact, it probably was taken from the set of a heist movie. It should be locking up gold bars instead of, what, a recipe for coffee. But as you run a hand across the surface, wondering just how you're going to crack it open, there's a rustle nearby. You snap upright with a bolt of unbidden adrenaline. Kibby! I love this cat, he's such a fucking asshole. Like a dragon emerging from its hoard, a tiny, gold-eyed tuxedo cat rouses from a pet bed on top of the safe. He blinks, stickily, and suddenly glares at you, fur on end, eyes aglow. Don't touch my shit! Pebby when he doesn't want me to scoop the litter box. I mean, what? That has never happened. I don't see why he wouldn't want me to scoop the litter box, but the joke popped right into my head. He spits the words at you like darts, light crackling through his panicked eyes. The air in the room starts getting heavier, as if brewing into a thundercloud. Oh, Sentia! If you think you're gonna best me in my own domain, then wait a minute, you're the new hire, aren't you? Yeah, bro! I'm sorry! Quick as a power cut, the light in his eyes blinks out, and the pressure lifts with it. The cat sighs, leaping smoothly from the safe to the desk. Sorry, that was unprofessional of me. I'm Fred. Welcome to the Familiar. Good to have you on board. Well, given the terrifying magic, and the talking, he's not a cat. He's a demon bound to the form of a beast. A familiar, in other words. Wow, I wonder where the cafe's named that. Anyway, that's the last time I'm pulling an all-nighter on admin. You're lucky to still be young, human, because after the 1st century, things get... Sloan wanted you onboarded, right? We have one main rule. Never, ever let it cool. I mean, sorry, that is not the rule. Our rule is to do everything you can to show the economist types this place isn't a bad idea. More than fire safety drills, we need drive and spite. So that's what I expect from you, are we clear? Did you expect I'd even be here today? Decrease Fred's mood to make him more prone to breaking under pressure. I think it would be funny to try to like frame him stealing his own recipe as for like an insurance fraud. I feel like I can't be nice to everyone, because if I'm nice to everyone, they won't suspect me, but it'll be harder to pin something, you know? But also if I'm really mean to one person, and then I try to pin something on them, and if other people notice how mean I was to that one person, they might be like, jumping to conclusions, are we? I don't know. I'll be nice to the kitty. I can't be mean to a cat. It's against my moral code. Crystal clear, boss. That's what I like to hear. So long as we're all on the same page, you and I will get on just fine. We aren't a happy little family here, we're just hard workers. This isn't going to work if you aren't prepared to work just as hard as me and Sloan. As if on cue, Sloan enters the office, a kettle of boiling water in one hand and a packet of coffee in the other. She starts mixing the two in a mug on Fred's desk. Instant coffee, I see. Nothing against instant coffee, though. Okay, boss. Morning, Fred. Everything all right in here? I thought I heard a bit of shouting. Oh, no, it's all fine. I've just been giving, Fred quickly squints at your name tag. Giving Workin the lowdown on the Familiar. Our history, what we do, all the good stuff. Sloan gazes at Fred, tracking the tiredness in his eyes. Her smile dims a little. Oh, that's nice. I can join you now if you'd like. We can go over the finer details together. If you've got time, by all means. With firm movements, Sloan puts the kettle down and closes the door behind her. Fred's eyes lock onto your name tag again as he reads it under his breath. So, Workin. Let's get down to business. We're open 8 to 5 most days, but your shift goes 30 minutes longer at the end for closing. Anything after that is overtime. I can give you the forms. Aprons go on the hooks in the kitchen. If anything gets spilled on it, don't be afraid to excuse yourself and replace it as soon as you can. Oh, and if you are going to excuse yourself, then on it goes. Sloan and Fred don't speak to you as two different people, but as two halves of one business. Efficient, organized, and trusting one another as best as they can. See, maybe I spill on my apron that's too big for me, and then I'm like, oh fuck, oh no, I gotta go replace this right away. Oh no, we don't have any more of them. Oh no, whatever will I do? And then I don't have to wear it anymore, but I didn't make Sloan sad earlier. That's my strategy. I'm sure there's actually like a 50 million of them in Sloan's size, actually. It's fine. I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll like spill something and be like, oh, it's because this apron's too big. That's why I spilled it. Let me go take it off. That should be most of it. I'll be with you at the counter for your training, so don't hesitate to ask me any questions. She's cut off again by her phone. Oh, excuse me. Dave! Hey, Sloan, just unloading the van out back, so there's your heads up. Dave. Dave's the guy I wanted to frame last time, I swear. I'm pretty sure. Thanks, Dave. I'll be right there. I should be off. Need to give my signature for the deliveries. Thanks again, Fred. Oh, Workin, before you join her, I'm sure you've heard about our recipe. Must be dying to learn what makes the Familiar's coffee so irresistible. It's probably a magic spell. In like all honesty, it's probably a magic spell. I don't know. I don't know, dog, I just work here. But it's not so much a set of instructions as it is, well, I won't get too arcane with you. It's more of a background thing, like the internet. You use that, right? Point being, even if you don't see it, it'll still be working its magic back here in a drill-proof, bomb-proof, 6-gauge safe, which only me and Sloane can open. Also, I cursed it. I love his little hee-hee face. Create an opportunity for Fred to act suspiciously in front of others. Increase Fred's suspicion of Sloane. No, I will not be doing that. Arc increase his mood. I want to give Fred an opportunity to be sussy, but also I want to frame Dave if it'll let me frame Dave. I feel like I just selected this one last time. I don't know. I want to give myself an out in case I can't frame Dave. So I'll say it's protected against teleport-based attacks too, of course. It's, well, sometimes I need to summon something from inside without opening the door, so, but I guess someone else could, I'll make sure that's dealt with, don't worry about it. He looks back at the veritable vault behind him, as if checking that it's still there. Can never be too careful with these things, especially in this economy. I mean, wasn't it just last week that Raphael Hendricks wrote off his beauty store chain? It's inspirational how these CEOs act. Expanding isn't easy. I mean, ideally we'd have an accountant, a consultant, another chef, but we've got you. You're one hell of a good start. Especially with our regulars. Ugh, you'll meet them soon enough. You should catch up with Sloane. Anything you need, I'll be back here going over these papers. Sussy baka cat. As you leave the office, Fred paws a single sheet of paper from the files on his desk. Even upside down, you recognize it as your CV. That coffee stain was distinctive, I'm pretty sure. He's sussy of me now. Fuck. Should've gone with my gut and just got the hearts up with him and not did the exact same dialogue choices I did a year ago. Cause like, once I clicked it, I knew I'd selected it last time because I like, oh, this dialogue is familiar. Pun intended. I definitely read that dialogue before. Not a moment after you enter the kitchen, someone waves at you from the back door. Hey, sussy Dave. In the doorway next to Sloane is a uniformed courier, a human just as unremarkable as you. A precarious stack of cardboard boxes wobbles threateningly behind him. Hey, you're Walkie, aren't you? Sloane was just telling me all about you. All good things, I promise. Mostly good. Sloane, how could you shit talk to me like this? Nah, Dave's just a sussy baka. Dave gives Sloane a package and gives you a conspiratorial eyebrow waggle. He pauses to take a long breath inward through his nose. Ooh. Is that apricot? So you did go for the new recipe. Fred must have taken some convincing. Oh, I'm just trying it out. We'll see how they sell first. Hey, if I come by once I'm off work, that's one customer right there. Guaranteed. Sloane breaks away to put each package in its right place. Dave looks at you, eyes glistening. Hey, Walkie, have a good first day, yeah? If you say so. Decrease Dave's mood to, actually, who cares? He'll be gone soon anyway. Increase Dave's mood to give him a bright start to the day, I guess. So a funny thing y'all should know about this game, right, is that the Kickstarter has some goals. And some of those goals aren't monetarily based, it's more based on social media shares. Now, I don't know how close they are to hitting this one, but there is a goal. If they get enough shares on social media, all of this is shown on the Kickstarter page, which I am gonna link in the description of this video. But anyway, one of the goals is if they get enough likes and shares accumulated, they will add a romance route for this guy, which is funny as shit to me. Because I think I wanted to frame his ass for the entire playthrough of the demo originally, like when I played it a year ago. Apparently the rest of the fan base does not agree with me that he's a sussy baka. Which is hilarious. But yeah, honestly I think it'd be really funny if they added that, so they should add that. Y'all should go share the Kickstarter post on Blue Sky and shit. Do it. Back to Kickstarter also. Not to just like stare at you with my big old eyes. But like, come on. This game's fucking cool. I love it so much. Anyway, I'm gonna I'm gonna be mean to Dave. What does he care? He's not gonna be around for it. Oh, okay. Any more for me, Dave? Just a couple bigger things, but I'll grab those this time. Don't let me interrupt your induction. Are you sure I could carry? Catch you later for that pastry, yeah? Dave walks away whistling, his footsteps gradually going quiet in the alley. Walkie, I'm so sorry about Fred. I know he must have overslept today. That's on me. You notice her hands are balled into fists, one so tight that even the stone starts to buckle. I just wanted your first day to be easy, but Oh well, let's get you behind the counter, shall we? There won't be time to take you through all the machines, so let's just fill the drip maker. I keep the house roast down here. She effortlessly pulls open a burlap sack of beans, scooping them into the grinder. As you pulverize them, the aroma of the coffee fills your lungs like a cloud of bitter smoke. Today's been all over the shop, hasn't it? We should get a wee moment to breathe now. Only one customer comes in this early, and they don't do Mondays. I'll introduce you tomorrow. Sloane smiles, the stone wrinkling around her eyes, and it dawns on you. This is beginning to feel like a real job. Just as you finish that thought, the front door swings wide open and your first customer skips inside. Yee, I love them. You spot at least 4 shades of pink in their outfit. Pink fingernails, pink sun hat, lipstick, backpack. That dress must be bespoke too. Pricey. As they draw close though, you spot pointed fangs in their cheery smile and deep red eyes behind their tinted glasses. A vampire. A cute vampire. Good morning, Sloane. Oh, I spoke too soon. Morning. Before you order, this is Workin, our new barista. Ah, so you're finally upscaling. You know, I saw some prime real estate going for cheap on Moonbow, if expansion's on your mind. Slow down, we're not taking over the industry just yet. The vampire looks as if they have more to say, words bubbling just beneath the surface, but settles on a pout. Workin, I'm Jessie, with an IE. Jessie's eyes swivel to you with abundant curiosity. Your apron's so big. I'm more for tailored fits myself, but I know that baggy looks have been catching on lately. Draws focus to the wearer being separate from their clothes. Oh no, it's nothing like that. Just a supply chain issue. What'll it be this time, Jessie? Hot chocolate, please. And I'll have it with, whipped cream, nutmeg, caramel, marshmallows. Wait, will that fit? Marshmallows, then whipped cream, then caramel, and the rest. Oh, what if I got cookies too? I love them so much, Jessie, my beloved. Give me one with everything, and 2 chocolate chip cookies, please. Sloane's already off to one side, rifling through her arsenal of ingredients. Meanwhile, Jessie brandishes a pink, bat-styled mug from their backpack, placing it on the counter as their eyes flick back to you. Oh, this is one of them bring-your-own-mug places, I see. Even if Sloane and Fred aren't aiming for world domination yet, you're still on the front line of their expansion plans. They're investing a lot of trust in you. So tell me, do you feel like a good investment? How far are you willing to go to succeed? I'd do anything for you, Jessie. I mean, what? The vampire peers deep into your eyes, then nods as if confirming a suspicion they had. Good. So, Jessie, what brings you here on this lovely Monday morning? Are you trying out our new schedule? Oh no. Much more exciting than that. I've got a meeting with the board after this, so I came here to prepare. It'll go much smoother with something sweet. Ah, for your infamous internship. How is your family treating you then? About as well as usual. Trust me, I'd much rather be here to help the familiar. But then Fred's just like everyone else. He sees my last name is Hendricks and thinks I'm some sorcerous corporate spy out to suck the proverbial blood from his business. Wait, he did say Hendricks earlier, was that CEO that like wrote off his own company, right? I forgot about that. I forgot that Jessie was like tied to that story. Well, I realistically forgot that Hendricks thing was even a thing. Like, the smaller details have gotten lost in the past year from my brain. Of course, the Hendricks is rich, powerful, and, most troublingly for you, magically talented. Jessie looks at you, anticipating your judgment with a flat smile. Fred said he was looking for a consultant. Create an opportunity for Jessie to act sus. Increase Jessie's suspicion of Fred. He called your father inspirational for cashing out on a failed business. Too fashionable to be a spy. Okay. I kind of did already make Fred look a little sussy earlier, so this would kind of compound on that, and I don't know that I can accuse Dave. I still don't know if I can, because he's gone, and unless he walks back in. But he did say he would carry the boxes for Sloane, but that doesn't mean he was able to get into the safe, and he's also a human, so I don't know that I can frame him, since he's not going to be here when the crime occurs, as much as I'd love to frame him, because, like, I don't know, I don't remember what I latched onto with him that made me want to frame him so bad. I'll do this to kind of double down on the option I picked earlier. I feel like I'm picking the same shit I picked last time. I guess some things never change, and by that I mean I have the same instincts. Sussy baka. Odd. He didn't strike me as someone who'd appreciate those practices. Adopting a CEO mindset, I suppose. Try not to let your family get you down, Jessie. You'll get your chance to prove yourself someday. Well, if all goes according to plan, that chance should come today. Fingers crossed. I love their little glasses sprites. This game's so good. Sloane passes Jessie's now full mug across the counter. By some miracle of physics, it hasn't spilled over yet. Maybe this was a bit ambitious. But if I use a cookie to scoop up the cream and let the marshmallows melt, I can finish it in 30 minutes? Ah, thank you, Sloan and Waki. Jessie swipes their card, then their mug, making a beeline for a booth seat before the payment even goes through. They assemble their workstation in mere seconds. A sheaf of papers, a stack of textbooks, and a predictably pink laptop. The mug stands, vigilantly, at a safe distance. Well, Jessie was a surprise, but at least they're a nice one. I'm just grateful they didn't come at the same time as... Oh, I remember this. Awkward! Before she can finish, the front door swings open and a siren rolls into the room. She's wearing a sleeveless orange turtleneck, a magnolia-covered jacket that's relaxing on her shoulders, and a perfectly photogenic smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes. I have a shirt just like that, actually. Hello, the familiar. It's a perfect day for my long overdue review, don't you think? You'll have to forgive me. I came straight here for my morning swim. I must look a mess. She runs one hand through a river of glossy pale hair, parted by an immaculate side cut, and raises a smartphone with the other, flourishing it like a paper fan. Don't worry, Waki, I'll handle this. Jessie shrinks back, arranging their books into a makeshift wall. It seems to work. The siren glides over towards the counter, not noticing them at all. Now, Sloan, I know you very well, of course, but for the benefit of both me and my adoring fans, who is this? Oh, I didn't know you'd be coming. This is... But the siren's already staring at your name tag, trying to preempt Sloan's introduction. So that's how you spell Waki! Enchante! I'm Alexandra Argyros. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You don't happen to have a grimoire account, do you, Waki? I'd love to give you proper credit in my post. Sorry, I don't use Instagram. Instagram? How about a drink first, before anything goes onto that internet page of yours? Quite right, Sloan. I'm getting ahead of myself. Could I have... She clears her throat and straightens her back. A blue sea salt caramel frappe with soy milk and non-dairy whipped cream on top, plus a little of that raspberry chocolate powder you have would be lovely, thank you so much. I should have everything. Let me check the back first. Waki, could you grab a plastic cup for that? Lids are in the bottom left cupboard. Wait, do you have any of those little fish cookie? Oh, she's gone. I see Alexandra's one to order off of the secret menu, but that's pretty fitting for an Instagram influencer, so... God, I got like an email the other day that Starbucks... Fuck Starbucks, by the way, but like, somehow, no matter how many times I try to unsubscribe from their emails, they still send them to me. They, apparently they've made the secret menu a real thing now. They are desperate. They are fucking desperate. That's how I know, because they used to not want to do the secret menu shit at all, and now apparently corporate is trying to bank on the secret menu because so many people are still boycotting Starbucks. In the silence, Alexandra's smile slides off her face. She sighs sharply through her nose. You all right? I know this whole song and dance can be quite overwhelming if you aren't prepared. But then you don't know who I am anyway, do you? No, sorry, I don't use Instagram. I love how being honest helps, because I feel like that makes sense to me. Oh, that would make sense. Thanks for getting it out of the way. I hope I made a good first impression. For whatever that's worth. Sloan returns, hands full of yet more ingredients. You hand her a cup and she starts filling it with dubiously blue syrup. Should I expect your fans to start ordering these frappes in the hundreds? I'm not sure they're on theme anymore. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. The drink's just to showcase how skilled you are at your craft. It's aesthetic. That's what the audience really wants. Alexandra plucks the card reader from the counter with a sly smile, passes her phone across it, and hands it back with a wink. There's a 30% tip attached. You'd know better than me about that social media stuff. Sloan, Waki, trust me. You've got a wonderful, cozy place here. What's not to love? Those donuts, those menus. Alexandra turns around to gesture at the cafe, and her eyes finally land on Jessie. Her voice freezes in her throat. Jess? Goodbye. Eek. Oh no, Jessie. Hey, Alex, I didn't know you were coming today. It was on my page. Perhaps I should have dropped you a message. Sorry. Yeah, you think your ex still follows you on Instagram. Funny. Do you? That's so awkward. I can't handle it. Sloane puts the finished frappe to one side, pushing past you to tend to the transformed Jessie. Alexandra squeaks a little closer to you. I'm sorry, Walkie, truly. Drama's the last thing I want to bring into this establishment, or to Jessie. She plucks the frappe from the counter. You're not sure how anything that color could taste any better than tolerable. That's food coloring, baby. I've never been one for, like, the wacky aesthetic lattes, though. Like, I usually just like a latte. I don't know, I'm boring. Sometimes I get flavored ones from insert local chain of coffee shop here, but my go-to is just like a plain latte from most places. I know when I'm not wanted. I'll just snap a few photos, then be on my merry way. The lighting's not ideal, but I can fix it in post. Feel free to dim the lights, the switch is right there. Create an opportunity for Alexandra to act suspiciously in front of others. So Jessie really didn't know you were coming, but they seem so organized. I can make her suspicious of Jessie? No. Or I could just be nice. I'm just gonna be nice. Thank you. I'll spare you the messy details, but needless to say, it didn't end well. Not that there was much of an ending to speak of, really. With a final smile, Alexandra takes her drink to the cafe's centermost table, posing it like an art exhibit. Jessie, still a bat, keeps staring at her, but she doesn't look back. With an exhausted puff of smoke, Jessie returns to their original form and slumps into their seat, eyes wandering to the crescent moon bracelet on their wrist. Oh, Alex must have given that to them. Pain! Sloane returns after confirming they're okay. Sorry, I didn't think... Yeah, both of them at once can be a wee bit complicated. They used to... She's cut off with the sound of a motorbike revving down outside, heralding the arrival of your third customer. Hello. I'm trying to remember his name. I think it's Grudge. Hold on a second. I just noticed something. He has a crescent moon, like, pin on his jacket. Jessie has a crescent moon bracelet they just like, showed off in the dialogue. I'm trying to see if any... I wonder if Alex has something crescent moon as well. I don't remember noticing this pin before. This person is a first, even for you. Someone whose body lacks everything but a skeleton. You don't know of any kind of magic that can make that work. Skinless, fleshless, sigilless. Although he does have hair, which you're pretty sure isn't a type of bone. A stiff dark brown pompadour that props up a pair of sunglasses. Grudge? Grudge, hey! How's it going? I feel like I've barely seen you since ArtCon. Crescent moon bracelet, crescent moon lapel pins as well. Interesting. Oh, goodbye. He reaches the counter undeterred. You're waiting for Sloane to address him like the others, but she's just staring, locked in place. So you're the new barista? Good job of making it this far. Makes you one of the best, don't it? Ain't just the coffee you brew, it's your resolve. Can we take your order? Yeah, resolve. Well, let me tell you, I know your type. I know you're up to something. I can feel it in my... I can feel it. Sloane, I would like to order, thank you kindly. Let's put your new barista to the test. I'll have a coffee. A black coffee. From the pot. Doesn't have to be... Yeah. I think we might, Sloane's eyes bounce between his skull and the coffee pot on the counter. Walkie, why don't you handle this one? It'll be good for your training. Seems like she isn't gonna budge. You grab a cup and start pouring. Wait, what's their name? Walkie? Okay, I think I got it. Walkie! So that's to be the name of my nemesis. I'm Grudge. Grudge Knuckles. And you'd best remember it. Oh my god, Knuckles, like from Sonic? Wow, are you related? Even if Frederick gave you this job instead of me, there's bound to be cracks in your meticulous facade. Oh, he wanted this job? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Scoob. Maybe I frame him. He's so mad he didn't get the job, he steals the recipe. Case closed. Your coffee making halts at this revelation. He had a whole rant prepared just because you got this job? With an application like that? You're making it obvious why they didn't pick you. I'm gonna decrease his mood. Hitting me right in my non-existent heart. You're gonna make a fine nemesis, that's for sure. Much as it pains me, physically. You present the now full cup to Grudge. He daintily drops in a sugar cube, then stirs the coffee with a bone-like spoon, which he apparently just had loose in one of his pockets. Nice try, Walkie. But I know coffee when I see it, so there's no way this He puts it to his jawbone and takes a delicate sip. The liquid seems to vanish as soon as it enters his mouth. Damn it, it's just like the usual. How'd they get it right so quick, so bitter yet so energizing? Fine, I'll hand it to you, Walkie. Looks like you're real lucky. That's a decent cup of coffee, but beware. I'm watching you. He takes the cup and spins, dramatically, away from the counter. It's then that he finally spots Jessie. Jessie! Grudge! They immediately hug. Maybe they were glancing at the bracelet because it matches him. And like maybe they're together now. I don't know. Trying to figure this shit out. I don't remember from the old demo. So good to see you. Why didn't you pipe up earlier? They can't be together if they haven't seen each other since ArtCon or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I was waiting for you to finish. It sounded like you had a lot to get off your chest.
Oh yeah, you heard that. Sorry, it was just a personal... Doesn't matter. How's your job going?
I could tell you, but I've not got long. Are you sure you don't want something with your coffee? Sloan's made some great cookies today and I'd be happy to buy.
Oh, no. Shouldn't give my nemesis that satisfaction. Not after walking away all conclusively like I just did.
Grudge, you haven't even paid yet. And I admire your candor, but are you sure Walkie's your nemesis and not Fred?
Ugh, Fred's a real villain, that's true. But a nemesis? That's different. It's gotta be personal. The squinty face.
But you don't know who Walkie is yet. Maybe start with a rivalry as practice.
A rival, eh?
Having a lovely time at... No, he was lovely last time. They'll think that's insincere. Ugh, what if...
Oh, almost forgot. Alex, how you doing? All good over there?
Oh, Grudgy. I didn't see you come in. How have you been?
Well, it's funny you're here, actually. There was something I wanted to... Okay, but... What if they're both Alexandra's exes? Like, what if... Could you just imagine, like, just trying to hang out and do your, like, social media review of a coffee shop or whatever and both your exes walk in? Could you fucking imagine that shit? That would suck. I'll just talk to you later. You too, Jess, if you're busy. Sorry, I should pay for this. Grudge sheepishly returns to the counter, hands fishing through his jacket pockets for some loose coins. Well, I'm back. Got too caught in the whole confrontation to give you your money. Even if most of it's going straight into Fred's pockets. Ugh. But I'll say this, I'm practically a coffee detective, and I'm detecting something odd about you. So long as I come here, I'm gonna do my damnedest to figure out what. Oh, I could make him sussy on Fred. Nah, I'm gonna increase his mood, make up for the last thing I just said to him, because I'm like, man, I don't know who I want to frame. It's looking like I'm doing a lot to frame Fred right now. Then catch me, detective. Detective, I like the sound of that. Maybe I will catch you then, Walkie. Later, I'll catch you later. It's like such a flirty thing to say to him. Without another word, he perches on a stool by one of the cafe's front windows. Over his shoulder, Alexandra and Jessie swap looks of confused concern. I feel like they were like, cause like I'm pretty sure they're exes, right? But it feels like the three of them are like an ex-friend group as well. Though I don't see any like Crescent Moon memorabilia on Alex. So I'm like wondering if Alex dated the both of them, fumbled both of them, and ruined the friend group. That would be kind of funny. I'm literally just spitballing though. Good job, Walkie. Now would be a good moment to put his purchase into the register. As she's halfway through showing you how to work the cash register, you turn to see Fred jump up onto the counter next to you. How's it going out here? No need to panic. This isn't a performance review, just checking things up. He surveys the regulars in the cafe with no small amount of scorn. Sloan, why don't you come with me for a moment? Been meaning to have a chat. But we still need to... She looks forlornly at the pile of coins Grudge left. Even at a glance, you can tell it covers the price of the drink and then some. This might be your last chance to sow suspicions before you execute your plan. Better choose wisely. Oh damn. Increase Sloan's suspicion of Grudge. Or I'll deal with this. I think most of the suspicious, like, vibes I've cast so far have been on Fred. I could cast a couple towards Grudge right now. Or I could make Sloan like me more. I think I'm gonna make Sloan like me more. Oh, the little flowers! Sloan nods, clearly grateful for this brief reprieve. As silence returns to the room, so too does your opportunity. But you can't help but overhear Fred and Sloan's hushed conversation in the kitchen. I'm just saying, if our best regulars keep bringing that drama here, no one else is gonna want to stay. With a sigh, Sloan leans against the kitchen island, the full weight of this morning's events seeming to suddenly sit on her shoulders.
They're good, reliable customers. And sure, things have been tricky, but we've got Walkie now. With a little hard work, we can turn this around. Besides, aren't there enough names on your board of bands already? Let's not add any more while we're going through a rough patch. She side-eyes a corkboard near the walk-in fridge. There must be at least 24 names on there, each marked with a reason for ban and vindictive felt tip. Lamau. I know, you're right. It's just, I haven't even cast an anti-summoning ward on this place. Not exactly a recipe for success. Pun intended. I did want to talk about our recipe, actually. Since we've got a new hire, and can we just deal with one thing at a time? First priority is cutting down costs. Now, I noticed the price of algae extract for that blue drink got hiked up, and I figured, my nerves are a mess. I should just cast that ward. I'll be out front. What are you doing now, Fred? A sudden knock on the back door stops her from following after Fred. Oh, Dave's back. Let's deal with that first. One thing at a time. Okay, so Dave is back. What if I framed Dave? Mumbling to himself, Fred assumes a position at the very center of the cafe. That storm cloud feeling starts to rise again as he begins his spellcraft. While Fred's presence draws a little attention, you start rifling through your bag, making sure you can take any opportunity to launch the heist. At the sound of Fred's chanting, Jesse looks up from their work and gives Grudge a baffled shrug. Grudge moves over to them, just as confused. Jess, what kind of spell is that? Oh, judging from the symbols, it looks like an anti-summoning ward. Odd. Why would he want to stop anyone from getting in? Okay, so Jesse's sus of Fred again, because I already let them be sus of Fred. For that matter, why do you want to stop folks getting out? In the background, Alexandra tries her best to get a clear shot of her drink, but Fred is perched in the way. Freddie, darling, you wouldn't mind scooching a little to the right, would you? Since you didn't consent to any photos, and I'd like to respect that. Freddie. Alexandra, I've got bigger things to worry about than photographs right now. I'm addressing a security concern, in case you hadn't noticed. Bigger things? What bigger things, Fred? We're all you got, and you start acting like it. Grudge, maybe don't. Not another fight. Grrr. Grrr. Grrr, bark, bark, bark. It's then that Sloane joins you in the main room, dusting her hands clean from Dave's latest packages. Finally, Fred, are you doing all right? Sloane stands still at the sight of Grudge and Fred's stare down. She gazes into his hollow sockets. Let's not fight today. We can be reasonable, can't we? No. We've got a new hire today, and if this is the impression we're giving them, we'll be doing them a disservice. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll be finishing that spell now without any more interruptions. Fred continues, pushing the spell towards completion, as you, coiled like a spring, wait for the exact right moment to strike. Even with such a prominent distraction, you know success isn't assured. Just as Fred's magic ripples out into the cafe, you take the brief moment afforded by the spell to launch into your plan. It's a slim distraction, but it's enough. You aren't going to get a better chance than right now. You reach into your bag and, in an instant, all the light and sound is sucked from the room. The sounds of panic are quickly quelled by the magic now pulsing from your cozy sleep tight blackout blanket trademark symbol. Even in the silent darkness, you won't have long before everyone gets a sense of their surroundings. You've been over this plan too many times to fail now. Having said that, you're still wearing a very large apron, which could be an impediment to said plan. What to do? Ooh, fuck. Choices are happening. Shit. Fuck it. Shit ass. If I take it off, it'll be suspicious. Because I'll come back out, and they'll be like, hey, weren't you wearing a weird fucking apron a while ago? Like, what happened to that thing? Why'd you take that off?
Flashback.
Great. How are you gonna steal the recipe while wearing this? Yeah, see, here's the thing though. Couldn't I take it off, slip it in my pocket, and then put it back on? Like, it's not that hard.
Couldn't I take it off?
End of flashback.
If I want to act like I didn't do anything, I have to keep my state the exact same way that it was. Deciding that it'll be too much hassle to remove, you press on aproned. Step 1, take 3 steps into the kitchen, then 6 to the right. You paw for the door handle and slip into the office, trying not to trip on your oversized apron. Step 2, 1, 2, 3 steps, and you feel the cool surface of the safe against your fingers. Step 3, reach into your bag and give your can of Curse Be Gone a shake. A few sprays on the safe, and the wards are already flaking off. Fred never considered such a direct approach. And see, this is why I feel like we should be able to frame Dave, because this is such a human way to steal this. Dave's the only other human. I rest my case. But if I lean into this was definitely a human angle, then they're gonna suspect me because I'm the only other human besides Dave. Nah, I think I should still frame Fred for insurance fraud or some shit, I don't know. But there's something else. A sound cutting through the silence, crackling like lightning. Fred's casting a counter spell, albeit slowly, thanks to you wasting his time on that anti-teleporting ward. Step 4. Spin the wheel and heave the safe door open. Feel around inside until... You've done it. Against all odds, you've managed to pull off the heist. With only a slim window of opportunity, too. Your shaking, outstretched hands grab the cafe's secret recipe before stuffing it into the tiny pocket dimension of your teleportable registered trademark lunchbox. But at this crucial moment, you can't help but think of the other people in the cafe, and who, if anyone, you should try to pin this on. You exhale. But the sound, though faint, is starting to return. Fred's counterspell is gaining energy. Even if you put all your weight on the safe door, you wouldn't have time to close it properly. The best you can do is return as quickly and quietly as you can. As you take careful steps back to the counter, you try your best to control your breathing, and not let the exhilaration show. It's been so long. But as you reach the counter, your foot catches the edge of your apron. You trip as the darkness finally dissipates, an unwelcome reminder that you're not safe yet. You've got to find an exit in the ensuing chaos without arousing suspicion. Somehow. Ah! Fred jump scare. As the silent darkness lifts from the cafe, the first thing you see is Fred bounding into the kitchen, crashing through the cat flap to the office. Is everyone okay in here? No one's hurt. Someone catches you just as you regain your balance, saving you from toppling over onto the counter. Oh, Walkie, be careful. The light must be disorientating. Just take a moment. What was that exactly? Blackouts don't usually come with spontaneous hearing loss. It is possible with light and sound enchantments, but it's rare they're so dramatic. Did Fred's spell backfire somehow? Jesse, we don't have any enchantments like that. This wasn't planned. Oh, the plot thickens. Wait, where'd Fred go? Before anyone can move, Fred rushes back into the room. Nobody leaves! His eyes crackle gold, and chains of light fly across the cafe. The front door, the windows, the back door, no exits are spared. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Understand? If you aren't going to turn yourself in, I'll just root you out myself. What? I'm sorry, but whatever just happened is your business. I am not missing my meeting. I'm sure you have a plan, Frederick, but is it really necessary to trap us inside your lovely cafe? If you wanted us to stay, you didn't have to do that. And what are you accusing us of exactly? Sitting perfectly still while you messed up some spell? Fred, what's going on? While the lights were out, somebody went into my office and somehow opened the safe, which means that one of the people in this room has stolen our secret recipe. Or you stole it, bro. It's as if the whole room flinches. Suddenly, everyone's looking at everyone else wide-eyed, searching their faces for the slightest trace of an answer. Jesse seems to be evaluating everyone in turn, but their piercing red eyes burrow into Fred for the longest. Most importantly, however, no one seems to regard you for very long. But that means... No, this is fine, we can deal with it, it's alright. As unfortunate as this is, I do have a meeting to attend, and I'd rather not get caught up in this. Ha! Good luck getting past my magic. I might only be a familiar, but I promise if you try to leave, you'll regret it. Jesse's eyes flicker across Fred's barrier, prying for any weaknesses in the spellcraft. Frederick, please, I understand that you're stressed, but it'll be easier to figure this out if we aren't in a locked room, won't it? Yeah, and how do you know it's just one thief? What if it's a conspiracy of all of us finally getting our revenge? Revenge for what? We don't have to act like vigilantes. I'll just call the police and... Enough! Enough! This place is sealed and nobody leaves until we find our thief. Thief, singular grudge. Because if it was any more, you might have actually succeeded. As for the ACPD, Sloan... Fine, I'll call them. I'm betting they'll take their sweet taxpayer-funded time getting here, then label this as unsolvable. But I'm not risking anyone making a break for it in the meantime, so we're going to sit here like adults and get our facts straight, understand? Now... Did anyone notice anybody acting strange? Anything suspicious at all? Might get this over with faster if you fess up now. The room exchanges uncomfortable glances before someone pipes up. Well, Fred, you were casting an anti-summoning ward, weren't you? That tells me you were expecting something like this to happen, already blocking off avenues of escape. Sussy! You really didn't explain what you were doing, Fred. Can't blame us for worrying. Hey! Oh, that's sussy on me. Oh fuck, that's sussy on me. Hey, I'm the one who just got robbed. I was right to cast that. Walkie's the one who suggested it. Well, great start, everybody. At this rate, we'll have a recipe back within the next 1,000 years. Wait, are we really ignoring the fact that Fred is the only one of us acting suspicious? Ugh, there's no use trusting anyone here, is there? I know how these stories go. You've all got some kind of motive. Jesse, the heir to a powerful family with something to prove. There's always one.
That doesn't mean anything. You're the one who stopped us from leaving twice.
Alexandra, a femme fatale, although she hasn't killed anyone. Probably.
Femme fatale?
Darling, I'm not the one with demonic magic. Grudge, the obvious suspect. Too obvious even, but I'm not ruling anything out yet. Now you're just deflecting! Why'd you not tell us the spell you were casting? Sloane, the one you'd least expect.
The one you'd least expect? Maybe.
Which brings us to our final suspect, Workin. Your breath can't help but flutter as everyone's eyes suddenly turn on you. Well, I've got my eye on you too. They'd be swimming in artifacts to pull that off, so pretty sure they're in the clear. So that's why they're going to find out who really did this. And everyone's going to be very polite and answer all the questions. What? Wait, they're the detective? I would have been perfect for this job! Although, playing sidekick to Fred, bullet dodged.
Fred, you know me. You don't seriously think I could have done this, do you?
This is...
Can we all stop shouting for a moment, please? Please. This is a waste of everyone's time. As soon as I can, I'm leaving. Don't try to stop me.
I'm with you there, Jess. But I wouldn't mind knowing who really did it.
Fred, I know you're panicking right now, but we shouldn't do anything rash. These are our customers, and this is Walkie's first day. Why would we?
Her rising voice is broken by a ringtone. She stops at the flinch, putting the call on speaker.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Sloane. Got my very last packages out back, but there's these gold chains on the door. I think it's stuck. You okay in there?
Yes, I'm fine. We're just dealing with a burglary. I'll give you the details in a second. At the door.
Oh, one of those days, huh? Is Walkie alright at least?
Good question. Fred just asked them to interrogate us.
Look, I know it's unorthodox, but we all need that recipe. This is our best option for the cafe.
For the cafe?
All this you hated your customers, but this just confirms it. No grudge, just you.
Can we please not fight already? We're not gonna solve whatever this is by shouting.
Yeah, it's getting a bit loud over the speaker.
Walkie, what do you actually want to do?
Oh, see, I don't know shit anymore. They're not giving me hints anymore. This is what I remember, the question mark. I don't know. This is a pretty bad first day. If I say we're all on the same side. See, I don't know anymore. This is the kind of stuff with dialogue options that stresses me out. If I act all sad and sorry for myself, maybe they won't suspect anything of me. Because this sounds like I'm trying to convince them to listen to me. And if I'm trying too hard to convince someone to listen to me, they might think I'm sussy. But maybe I'm about to fuck up right now. Okay. Nobody liked that except Sloane and Dave. Okay. You don't think anyone here, besides Sloane, appreciated the reminder. I'm just a sad little ooh baby. I couldn't have done this, okay? Like, I couldn't have done shit about fuck. I'm just saying. I'm just a sad little ooh baby. I couldn't have done the crime. Pretty sure it was Fred. Anyway.
Exactly. No one wanted things to turn out this way. We all agree on that, but we can still make it better.
Hey, when I told you to have a good first day, did I jinx it? My bad. Look, are we doing this or not, Walkie? No matter how strange Fred's idea might be, it could put you in a better position until you can make your getaway. Time to lean on the scapegoat part of your plan. As Fred starts bounding into the kitchen, you shrug and go along with him. Sloane finishes her call with Dave before following with heavy footsteps. Silence takes the space you leave behind.
Do you want to talk about any of that?
Just relax for a minute, Sloane. I'm gonna check for clues in my office. Walkie, join me in a minute.
Clues? I didn't hire a detective, but here we are. If there's anything I can do to help, please just ask.
Oh, me too. Not sure there's much I can offer besides moral support, but, you know, thought I'd say. Can't leave till the delivery's done is all. Okay, bro. I wish I could frame him because it would be so funny.
Thanks, Dave. I think we could use the support while this gets sorted.
Well, it'll get awkward if I'm just looking in, won't it? I'll leave you be then. Anything you need, just shout into the alley.
Best not keep Fred waiting. Maybe I'll be able to reason with him, calm him down a bit. I think he could use that right now.
Outgoing call, asshole. Funny. I forgot he had the cops in his phone as asshole. You oblige her and enter the office, finding Fred in the middle of a phone call. Yeah, a theft. Locked down the whole building. Makes your job a whole lot easier, doesn't it? The locked room scenario is a little intriguing, I suppose. The person on the phone, you know that voice.
Thin and sharp as wire, digging into you just as deep. But where? But if it isn't urgent, that's not what I said, and you're not exactly getting picked off one by one. I'll be happy to be there at the earliest convenience. Our department's very busy otherwise. Dude, Fred, charge your phone, bro. Dude, charge your fucking phone. Do it. You'll solve it by yourself, really. You shouldn't expect miracles. We are just mortal, you know. Oh, excuse me, mostly mortal. A self-satisfied laugh crackles through the receiver. It bounces off the back of your skull, ringing like tinnitus. I don't remember us knowing the cop. If you show your face in my business, I'll see you later, familiar. Bah, why did I expect anything else? After dialing all those tiny keys, too. Workin here already. As you probably heard, the ACPD is taking its sweet time, big surprise. But we don't need them. We'll do the real work. Plan is, you find our prime suspect before the ponies get here and mess everything up. You can do that, right? It's 1 in 4, logical deduction? 1 in 4, huh? What about you? Everyone in that room is sus on you, bro. Fred sneaks a not-so-subtle glance at your CV across the desk. Should be easy for, a self-motivated underdog like yourself. See, I don't know why you thought that would appease me, putting that in your resume. Underdog, when I'm so clearly a cat. Ha! You're lucky you were the only application besides Grudge, who I hate. I'm used to being a bit of an underdog myself, although I'm told the term doesn't work as well for someone who's cat-shaped. They can't steal my joke. They stole the joke right out of my lips. You value a job well done. Good. That's what we care about. You'll be a good fit here. Right, let's put those soft skills of yours to use. Imagine I'm one of the suspects. What would you ask me? Well, he didn't, like, shit-talk me for my resume this time. He shit-talked me last time because I said I was, like, a fun-loving ship captain, and he was just like, ugh. Ugh, you and your buzzwords. If you admit it now, we promise we won't be mad. But we will be mad. I'm already mad. He stops to breathe out as much tension as he can manage. I mean, are you even trying to find the right suspect here? We need eyewitness accounts, motives, that sort of thing. Stuff like, what were you doing when the lights went out? Or how do you feel about the familiar? What's your relationship with Fred? You know, that's what he wants while you're trapped here. That's exactly what he'll get. Actually, take this spare notepad. Write down anything suspicious you come across. I want no stone left unturned. Stones? Oh, but Sloane's made of stone. I have an evidence notebook now. This is new. This is new stuff. We're on new stuff now. Let's fucking go. I don't remember having this. Suspicion, uncertain, mood, neutral. She smiles at you like she smiles at everyone with one eye on her phone. Fred's like a little more sus on Jesse than everybody else. He's a little more sus of me than anybody else here, which is interesting. Fred doesn't suspect you, and not because he trusts you. Are you his rival or his nemesis? Grudge hasn't decided yet. Jesse regards you with a curious if professional courtesy. Sloane sees more at ease when you're around. Well, at least Sloane likes you. What does this button do? Oh, okay, so it's like... Is this who's suspicious of... Okay, this would make more sense if this is who's suspicious of Fred, because Jesse, I think, is the most suspicious of Fred. Fred, I don't think has... Okay. And then this is the relationship with each one. Interesting. I can't tell which of these sides. I think this is who's suspicious of Fred. I think. But I can't tell for certain if that's the intent here. And this side of it is who Fred is suspicious of. Look at Alexandra. Is a little suspicious of Fred. Not of anybody else. Likes Sloane the most. Grudge. Nobody's suspicious of Grudge. Also has the best relationship with Sloane, which is interesting. Fred's a little suspicious on Fred. I mean, Grudge is a little suspicious on Fred. Jesse's a little suspicious on Fred, but more. None of them are suspicious of them. Nobody's suspicious of Sloane. Sloane's a little suspicious of Fred. Okay, so everyone's a little suspicious of Fred. Except Fred. Okay. I think I'm reading that correctly. Anyway, if you find us a prime suspect with a convincing case, I mean, something thoroughly investigated, we can put things back to normal. Things are gonna get complicated once he shows up too, so I'd appreciate having someone on my side for when that happens. I think that leaves us with guards until closing time at least, before the police can finally make it to the scene. Clack. Most lines of inquiry will cost you time. Okay. Now let's find you a base of operations. I'd offer my office, of course, but I need to conduct my own investigation here. Where to put you? Fred hops off the desk, reluctantly dragging his phone along inside his clenched maw. Now that I want to spray it up. I want to see him grisping that phone with his teeth. Bathrooms, cold storage.
Not great for health and safety. What about the counter? You'd be there anyway, and it gives you a great view of... Fred's gaze catches the open sign, still lit in the cafe window. He sighs and bounds across the room to correct its message. As he does, you notice his phone, left forgotten on the countertop for a few crucial moments. I kinda wanna steal his phone and just plug it in because it's almost dead. If I take his phone, he's gonna be sus of me, so I'm gonna leave it. The phone remains untouched until you hear Fred's paws padding towards you. Sorry about that, Walkie. Don't want any prospective customers banging at locked doors. Instead, we've got a whole day of business lost thanks to this fiasco, and never mind. That should be everything you need for the investigation. Ask questions, find solid motives. Simple in theory. I know how this sounds, it's a dumb idea. But it's the best I've got right now, and if we don't do something, this place is going under. All our livelihoods are at stake here, so get out there and catch us a thief. Please. With his piece said, Fred cast a surprised glance to his phone before dragging it with him back to his office. Surprised glance, huh? Did he expect me to steal it? Was that a test? Was that a trap? Lingered down behind the counter and take a moment to reflect. Your plan went off without a hitch. Until it didn't. And while your boss might be paying you greater attention, he doesn't think you did it. At least not yet. And if a real detective from the ACPD is coming, no doubt they'll find out you're the thief. That is, unless you have a convincing scapegoat. With evidence of a motive, and the others on your side, you might be able to clock off at the end of the day without handcuffs. Until that happens, Fred's magic will keep you trapped here. So with that, your investigation begins. Not to find who did it, but to find the perfect person to blame. Ooh, there's a map screen now. Yo. Dave. Okay, I need to make everyone super sussy of Fred. That's my new plan, is to make everyone super sussy of Fred. I also kind of want to know what's going on between these three. Talk to Alex first. Ooh. Route unavailable in demo. Right, that makes sense. They gotta save some stuff. Oh, I can't talk to Jesse at all. Oh wait, I can. There's no route available. Okay. There's one route for Grudge available. 3 routes for Dave available. Fans must have gone nuts over this man. I swear to God. Nothing for Sloan. Nothing for Fred. Wait, so I can't... my first instinct was to talk to Alex, so that's what we're gonna do. But I don't know if this is like turning Alex into my scapegoat or trying to twist everybody against Fred. But it sounds like, because this is the question, it's probably gonna be me making Alex a scapegoat. So we'll just talk to her. I want to see if I can get some lore about these three's like past relationships, because like clearly something went on with the 3 of them, right? That's like the saddest selfie I've ever seen in my life. You set your sights on Alexandra, ensconced in her corner and somehow wholly focused on taking selfies. It breaks my heart. No, too much. I'm terribly upset. Or, it saddens me to say. Well, that's too detached. Surely there must be an easier way to sound sincere yet appropriately distraught. Oh, Walkie. You want to talk to me first? I know conversation with me can be scintillating, but I would have thought other lines of inquiry might be more pressing. You know, as a public figure, it's very important to me to set a good example to my followers, so you can count on my full cooperation today. Not that I have much to offer, just the influencer stuck trying to make content out of the world's worst escape room. And trying to make sure the internet doesn't frame me as the villain in the process. Nothing a few very carefully worded posts can't handle. I feel like making any post about this as it's happening will make you look more sus. I don't know though. That's just me. That's just me thinking. It's like hard work to win over that many people, or maybe you shouldn't be sharing any of this online. I mean, that was my first thought. I'm gonna have to break her heart a little bit. You think when this is over, it won't be in the Artifice Herald? That people won't be posting and judging and making reaction videos irrespective of what I say? Eventually this will make its way online, and I'd rather be in charge of my own narrative than scrambling to do damage control. I get that. Trust me, I get that. But also, like, I feel like posting about it before it's even a scandal, it seems like you're trying to get ahead of a problem. Especially with, depending on how you phrase it. Like, girly pop! Influencer culture is so weird to me though. Like, I say this as like a streamer. Some of that shit just fucking baffles me. It's like all the parasocial stuff that goes on. Like, I don't love it. That's why I kind of just keep to myself. Like, I make my funny videos, I do my funny streams, I try not to start shit. Like, anyway. Are you really not like worried at all about how other people might see you? People can think whatever they like about me. I don't want to be anyone's villain either. I'm not like you, nobody spares me a second glance. I think this middle one is probably the most honest. Oh, I'd say something reassuring. If only I wasn't of a similar mind. So instead, I'll say, we potential villains just do what we can. Sorry, I feel like I got us off track from your investigation. You can ask me any question you like. Alrighty, so this is the only question I can ask right now. Okay, so that confirms to me that if I had tried to talk to like Jesse, for example, it would have had all 3 of these grayed out for them, which I guess is good because a demo is something that's like, you know, it's a demo. First of all, you don't want to give too much away, but also like, I feel like if I'd had any more choices than I had, it would have been a little more overwhelming. I'm tempted to go see about Dave, because if I can frame Dave, that would be so funny. I can probably come back. Her phone is already unlocked in her palm. Ta-ta for now. Like, I just love that all 3 of his questions are like available. That means they're either really short, or the fans went nuts over this man. You make your way through the kitchen with one target in mind. Sloane starts to attention as she sees you approach. Oh, Walkie, is it my turn to answer some questions? Oh, hey, Walkie. Sloane's filled me in on what's been happening. Sounds like you got it rough, huh? Yeah, it sucks. Thanks for pointing that out. What if I made him like me and then I framed him? Good. I'm glad you're trying to stay positive. Yeah, I know I didn't see anything useful in terms of the crime scene, but I'd still like to offer what help I can. Maybe moral support, or just like being someone to bounce some ideas off of. Speaking of, how you feeling about the whole thing? I'll figure something out. Yeah, like framing you, Dave. You completely innocent man. They're all innocent. God. We're such slimy people in this game. I'm sure you will. I don't envy you though. When I'm lost at work, I bring up a map on my phone. Not sure that'll help with finding a criminal. Anyway, it's good to know how you're feeling in there. Try not to get too in your head about this whole investigation thing. Like, sure, crime's gone down, but you're still at work. At the end of the day, everyone in there's just a person. Gosh, look at me rambling at you. You should be the one asking me stuff, detective. Do your worst. Whoa, there's so many questions. There are 4. The scroll bar is deceiving. Do you know what that board thing is? What were you doing when the lights went out? Well, I was outside, I guess, trying to get that package I left in the van. Then wham, doors shut, weird lights, kabam, Dave trapped outside. And no one's ever gonna believe that he did it, because if he got out before the doors shut, why wouldn't he just fuck off? So, long story short, I was doing my job. That's rough, buddy. I wish I could take a break like you. Yeah, more like I wish I could make a break for it. Thanks, mate. But hey, at least I'm not out on the road all by myself. Sorry, I know that answer isn't very useful for the investigation. Why can I ask him all these things if there's no way I can frame him because he's outside, and if he had the fucking recipe, he would just fuck off? You know what that board thing is? Oh, the one by the bin in there. Sure, that's your boss's famous ban board. I heard that's where customers have really gotten on Fred's bad side go. Getting banned sounds like a badge of honor. That's what some Twitch chatters say. Worried about how he got the pictures? Reassuring as an employee. That would put me on edge as a customer. I get that. I guess I'm just used to my delivery guy immunity. I don't think even Fred could tolerate the awkwardness of banning me from bringing boxes in. I'm sure you wouldn't do anything that could get you banned though. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, no, I totally never committed a crime my whole life. What are you talking about? I do know some stories about the more infamous bans if you ever want to hear about them. I'm a nosy bitch, Dave. Maybe I don't hate Dave after all. I want the tea. Not that I'm a gossip or anything, just thought you might enjoy hearing some more stories about the place. Oh, I can't click on it. It's grayed out. How's the weather out there? What if I wasted all my time talking to Dave? Nah, I'm gonna actually be productive in this game. But it would be really funny if I wasted all my time talking to Dave. Sometimes characters will talk to each other while you investigate. Oh, I can eavesdrop. I can eavesdrop. You notice Fred and Sloane talking and decide to listen in. Sloane, please. I'm doing a sweep of my office. I don't have time for... You can look for your clues after we talk, Fred, please. I can't just pretend everything's normal out there. Maybe it's not normal right now, but after Walkie's done some more investigating. That's what I'm talking about. Investigating. You just decided that on your own out of nowhere. I didn't even get a say. Thought you were just caught up in the moment back there, but
You're serious? Putting Walkie up to this on their first day? Maybe it would make more sense if it was me and them, and an investigation team to share the workload. Look, Sloan, I have to cover all my bases here. It's not personal. I know. Sorry, I was being a bother, wasn't I? Just ignore me. Sloan, I didn't. You know, I have some inventory to do in the kitchen. I think keeping busy will do my head some good. I just put a little trust in the plan. We'll talk properly when this is all sorted, alright? I promise. Of course, it's a promise.
I feel like that might have made Sloan more sus. Not to just open my notebook real quick, but like... Ooh, I think that was bigger. Actually, I don't know. That might have been the same size as it was before. I'm gonna go with my original gut and ask Alexandra what she was doing when the lights went out first. And then if I've run out of things to say before my time's up, I'll just talk to Dave. Alexandra's staring at her phone, but glances up at you as you approach. Back for more. Yes, I'm actually going to talk to you now. See, I misunderstood at first, and I thought that clicking on one question would put me down a route and lock me off from doing anything else. And I was just like, well, I'm going to be funny and try to frame Dave, but it's just I can ask Dave questions. And maybe it's different with the actual suspects. We're about to find that out. Well, after having my pictures photobombed by an infuriating familiar and suddenly being swathed in magical darkness, I was in no mood for selfies. Not even the best phones have a torch that can cut through magic. A fact made all the more infuriating when I felt the damn thing vibrate with a notification and I couldn't even read the preview. So I suppose I was mostly biding my time until I could finally see my phone again. This is the person that old people talk about when they say kids always be on their phones. Were you waiting for important news? Most notifications feel important to me, but this one was especially so, yes. Now that I think about it, your boss got me so wrapped up in this nonsense I forgot to follow up on the ping. Alexandra pulls up her phone, fingers moving whip quick across the keyboard even with the anxiety that seems to weigh on her shoulders. Ugh, why is the page taking so long to load? Don't tell me it's some remote magic messing with my data. Why am I paying so much for 6G if it can't even handle this? 6G! Yo. Strange that Jesse hasn't tried to fix that. Maybe Fred wants to keep us physically and technologically restrained. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. The old cat's stuck in the dark ages and he'd gladly drag us down with him. Ah, finally I'm in. Oh, my Tony has a new bid. Her expression, often prone to tight smiles and withering stares, suddenly brightens into a smile tinged with relief and melancholy. Looks like it's finally time to bid farewell, old thing. Even with all the disaster around her, Alexandra's mind is on auctioning off her Tony. But what is that exactly? A sale with some baggage might lead to some interesting dirt on this carefully curated siren. I'm only thinking of like the Tony Awards. But she's an influencer. I don't think she's a Broadway star unless she's like a disgraced former Broadway star. I don't know. The only thing I can think of though, like the little Tony Award statue. I don't know. It doesn't strike me as the Broadway type, but lots of theater people are also like super into Instagram, so like what do I know? Evidence unlocked. Yo, what's a Tony? Walkie, do you really think that's important to your investigation, or are you just bored? Or let's be honest, plain old nosy. I want to be your friend. Actually, don't answer that. Humor me and answer this instead. What do you think a Tony is? Content Creator of the Year award. A fad pet that you've grown tired of? Grudge's alter ego? Lamau. I mean, I thought it was you know, like a Tony award, like the theater award. So I guess this is the closest to my actual thoughts, and it makes her happy, so. She's doing the Jessie laugh. Jessie from Pokemon, not Jessie from this game. Jessie from Pokemon. It's not one of the accolades I usually introduce myself with, but I have won a few. Though I believe Tony in that context is reserved for musical theater, and I've never been a good singer. See, I was right to think about the Tony Awards. My theater experience was helpful in the video game. Oh dear, looks like you used up your only guess, Walkie. Maybe now we can talk about something else. Damn. Well, at least she's sparkling. Alexandra's phone brightens with a notification in her hand. You think you see the flash of a text and the word mom appear briefly on the screen. Just ignore that. Did you say you were going? She looks at her phone again as if for once she doesn't want to be left alone with it. Well, bye then. You could tell me what a Tony is instead of looking at your text from your mom. No? Okay. I could talk to Grudge, given that Alexandra led me nowhere. You could be here. It's true, you could be here. If you pledged to the Kickstarter, you could be there. I think that's one of the more expensive tiers, but like, I'm just saying. Y'all should pledge to the Kickstarter if you can, because I'm like sitting here realizing this is only a demo and I'm like, man, I want more game.
When you approach Grudge, his eye sockets, once unfocused and deep in thought, turn to you instead.
So you've decided it's time to face me, Walkie. Now your mind's warmed up for a proper conversation. I've been thinking about what your boss said, trying to narrow down who the suspect could be. Not that I have anything you could really use for an accusation or nothing, but you gotta start somewhere, right?
I'll get on his good side because I want everyone to be sussy of Fred.
Isn't that true? As long as we don't forget about the coffee and then it goes cold. That happens to me far too often. Happens to me often too, which is why I have this little device on my desk that I set my mug down on and it gets warm and it warms up the mug. And it's like weight triggered. So if there's no mug sitting on it, it's not hot. But if there is a mug sitting on it, it heats up. It's pretty cool. I really like having it for when I'm like streaming. Or, you know, recording a video like this where I'm here for a while and then I can just like keep my coffee warm. Because it used to be before I got that thing, I would stream and like I would have a coffee and like it would get cold and then I'd be like dumping out cold coffee all the time because I was just like, man, I don't want to drink this. But microwaving coffee is kind of helpful, but then it tastes slightly different and also it doesn't stay warm for very long when you microwave it. Anyway, you know, from my big talk about beating your nemesis on account of the barista thing, I don't think anything on my application would have qualified me for the detective part of the job. I don't think I've ever been qualified for anything. Thought everyone was faking it till they made it. You keep your expectations low, you'll never disappoint yourself. The fake it till you make it thing is real though. They are? Damn, why didn't anyone tell me that? I guess I got something to learn from you after all. If only I could get a sneak at your resume for inspiration. But how would I even go about stealing it? Look, I got some personal experience with this kind of scenario. In the novel, I mean, in my experience, usually the detective's first instinct is something they should follow up on. Which is why I wish I had a first instinct to go off of. My crime senses haven't exactly been tingling today. Let me just think, is there anything else that springs to mind? Nah, I'm fresh out of insights on the case for now, Walkie. Alright, time for you to do your worst and hit me with some questions, detective. I love his little finger guns. Okay. Oh, I can ask about Tony. I'll ask about how he feels about the familiar first. Grudge slowly grinds his jaw as if tasting your question. Folks might call this place bare bones, but take it from me, nowhere does coffee feel like the familiar. And that's the most important part. Every cup's brewed to perfection. Even the one I had today was great and you're a new hire. Dark, moody, complex, just like our current predicament. Shame I didn't get your job. Been drinking the stuff for ages now. I could have proven I know how to replicate it. Just the latest in a long line of missed opportunities. You've proven to be a formidable opponent so far. You're pretty tough yourself. Already beat me at my own game with your coffee. I'll be sure to taste it carefully in case you laced it with something evil. Well, I wouldn't say I taste the coffee. When I drink it, my chest starts pounding real hard. I breathe deeper, like I feel more. That makes sense. Only the familiar makes it like that as far as I know. Even your first cup had a pretty strong effect. A little weird, yeah, but I ain't complaining. Maybe Fred's enchanted it to be super addictive. Must be Sloane's magic touch. Well, we want to be sussy on Fred, so. Oh, but he would do that, wouldn't he? Though I'm pretty sure it's just me who gets all those weird feelings. But he would. If I had to guess, the recipe's so magic that his power's been rubbing off on me one coffee at a time. With a few more cups, I'll be slinging lightning from my fingertips. No wonder Fred wants it back so bad. Hell, I do too. Otherwise, the best coffee in Artifice might be nothing but a distant memory, and I'll be left a decaffeinated husk. I gotta savor the last drops of magic while I can. I'll have to do without if this place goes under. Wouldn't odd thread in the tapestry of this case. Our thief ain't just stealing coffee, but the magic that makes it shine. How utterly nefarious. Sounds like Grudge is the only customer affected by the coffee's magic. But if he gets some unique upside from it, you might be able to spin that into a motive. Evidence unlocked. I want to ask about Tony, though. Well, in my opinion, it's a pretty cool name. Not sure about its uses beyond being a proper noun, though. Unless, you didn't hear the name Tony from Alex, did ya? She was checking its auction price when the lights went out. She's selling Tony for cold, hard cash. Both of those are the same way, but I guess the phrasing is more sus? I don't know. She's selling Tony? And at the very moment of the crime? Grudge runs a shaky hand through his hair, jaw set stiff as the steely darkness of his eye sockets gazes beyond you. Tony, he's your motorbike. Custom job done by yours truly, from the wheels to his decals. He's a work of art made just for her. I even named him myself. Why would you just go and sell something so important to me, to her? What if they were a polycule and they all broke up? What if they're all exes from the same time and not just oh, I dated both the people in my friend group and ruined everything separately. Like it was a polycule that exploded. New theory just dropped. See, I want everyone to like me and be in a good mood with me so that they're all sussy on Fred, so. She did, really? It would be nice for her to talk to me about it, but reassuring to know there's more to it. What kind of reason? Money seems like the obvious one, because Tony wasn't cheap, especially with all these modifications he had over the years. And isn't her social media stuff doing well these days? She's in some kind of trouble. So Alex is selling her prized bike, but her friend can't think of what she'd need to spend the money on. Financial woes could be an excellent accusation with some more reasoning behind it. I have 2 evidences for Alex, I think. Yeah. So it looks like, yeah, you get one route, and then you have to like find the follow-up evidence. You find a thread, and then you go and talk to other people and see if you can pull the thread a little bit, which is, I like that design. I think that's neat. And then we can find out maybe who might know why she's selling, why she needs cash. Okay, wait, I don't remember what he said. Okay, I could take some time and hear his thoughts, or I could make him sus of the coffee. Okay, I don't understand this icon, so I'm gonna take some time and follow through on this thread because I'm interested. Alex is smart, logical. She really was hard for cash. I don't think she'd be buying all those expensive coffees. Or would she? Is pretending to look well off more important than saving a few pennies? I mean, in the world of Instagram, yes. Very much so. From what I've gathered. What's your story here, Walkie? And why'd you never think to clue me in on a single chapter of it? I don't know, I thought... It seems like y'all's friend group / polycool imploded. I have no evidence of this, but like that's the vibe I'm getting. Playing the protagonist can do a number on your psyche. She was happy telling me, but I am the detective here. I'm gonna make everyone like me still. I guess when you feel like you're the center of the universe, every action's as terrifying as the flap of a butterfly's wings. Fear of knock-on effects of the plot can be petrifying. There's no outcome that wouldn't have me trying to be your friend. When you're in the thick of it, it can be easy to forget, huh? Thanks for the chat, I guess. I'll see if I can think of anything useful for you. You know, Walkie, at the start of this investigation, I was worried I'd be a little lonely. But with us all sitting so far apart and all. But hey, at least I had a little distraction from my rival nemesis? ? I'm still figuring that one out. Roger's skull turns, glancing at his aforementioned fellow customers. Then his jaw twists into an excited grin. Actually, it looks like Jess and Alex are having a chat too. Why don't we join in? Before you have a chance to respond, he's halfway across the cafe floor. That doesn't look like a chat. That looks like an argument. Just based on the body language. Find Alexandra and Jesse gathered by the front door.
I don't think I'm doing something stupid. Quite the opposite. I'm gonna break the barrier keeping us trapped in here.
Hell yeah! Put that vampire magic to good use, Jess. Bust us out.
Would you two stop saying such incriminating phrases, please? You're right. Less talking, more casting.
As soon as Jesse calls their magic forth, the air pressure fluctuates in an awkward rhythm. The lights flicker overhead. Oh no. Heavy footsteps quickly puncture the bubble you had formed as Sloane rushes in from the kitchen.
What's happening out here? Is everyone alright? Jesse, what are you doing?
Before they can formulate a reply, a streak of black fur races past you. Your boss leaps onto the table, claws out, and a snarl on his maw. I feel like he got chubbier. But also he's probably puffing his hair out, like cats tend to do. Somebody explain what the hell is happening right now. Dave in the background, though. Look at him back there. Dave! Not a care in the world. I wish I could frame him so bad. Maybe you can. And I just didn't go far enough. I didn't go hard enough. I'm trying to frame him, probably.
Oh, how many times do I have to explain this? I'm breaking the barrier enchantment and leaving this cafe. Jesse, I understand you're feeling a little distressed right now, but that sounds dangerous. Please, let's just talk this out. Talk it out. They're already mid-spell. Casting on premises is a bannable offense. And keeping your customers trapped inside your cafe is an illegal offense? Ha! Then I'll see you in court. Right after I counterspell your petulant attempt to damage my property.
Oh, Dave has noticed us. Dave has noticed us? The second time today, you see your boss casting a spell. Only this time you played no part in its instigation. The room around you pulses between an eerie red and yellow glow, caught between the two competing casters. See, I'm curious if I hadn't said that thing about teleporting magic, how things would have started. Because I know my apron affected things, so I'm wondering. Honestly, it's kind of good that I made the same choices that I did in my original demo playthrough. It's like following up on what I would have gotten if the demo had been this long back then. But also now I'm like curious. Don't listen to him, Jess. Destroy those words. Jesse! Jesse!
I just want it to be known that I do not endorse the actions of my fellow customers in the slightest.
She's on fucking Instagram Live right now. I really think if we just calmed down and talked... Dave? Hi, Dave. At the front door, Dave peers sightlessly into the cafe, his face pressed against the glass. Hey guys, Dave here. What's going on in there? It's hard to see with all the glowing. Great, no need to worry. Dave is here.
I think I've almost got it. I can see the spell core. Oh, no, you don't!
Fred's eyes pinch in concentration as he throws his all into combating Jesse's spell.
Dave, you need to get away from that door!
What? I can't hear you guys over this humming sound. Then, everything goes silent. Dave's gonna fucking die. Like a taut string severed, the barrier meets its untimely demise, unleashing the last of its magic through every soul in the room. Well, shit. I actually did it? Slowly, then all at once, the white fades from your vision and the aftermath of the magical onslaught comes into view. Is Dave dead? Everyone seems to stand deathly still, caught between awe and shock at the empty hum that resonates through the air. Everyone, that is, except Jesse. I did it? I did it? I did it! Though their breath is short and their movements lethargic, Jesse's eyes are bright and hopeful. They stumble back to their table, reaching for their bag. You really did it. Jess, you really are so unbelievable. This is... So much for your counterspell, Fred. That's it! You are going on the band board, Mix Hendrix. And your skeleton friend, too. And your little dog, too. Fred, calm down, please. A familiar, long-absent jingle rings throughout the room. The sound of a new customer entering your ranks. Dave steps tentatively into the cafe, his precious box propped outside as he opens the door. Well, how about that? Looks like I can finally make my delivery. Whoa, what's happening? Wait a minute, did he just cast something? Was Dave really a sussy baka the whole time? A shiver passes through you, skittering up your arms and landing uncomfortably on the tip of your tongue. Another surge of magic, rushing back to the barrier it had just been excised from. The door starts to swing shut behind Dave. No! Jesse lunges across the cafe, their bag thrown hastily over their shoulder and desperation in their eyes. Their fingers reach out and graze the handle of the door, as it finally closes and the magic barrier they had worked so hard to dispel slams stubbornly back into place. Oh, it was a single-use barrier break? Okay. Sorry, I should have held that for you. Let me just... Dave tugs on the door. It is not open. Oh, that's weird. It's not opening. Probably shouldn't have put my package down outside. Wait, you're not telling me we're trapped inside again? Ha! What was that about my counterspell? I'm still here. My meeting! I can't! Why don't we have a calm discussion about what just happened? Start with Jesse. Please talk us through why you did what you did, would you? I needed to leave. I have to get to my meeting with the board. Do you understand how many months in advance I had to book this in? Ha, meeting. You mean you had to get to a covert location to hand off my recipe? No, I mentioned it earlier, didn't I? Sloan, you remember, right? I feel like I've been very honest about my situation from the start. Fred, I do remember them mentioning it this morning. Not that it justifies dangerous spellcraft. Come on, even if they didn't have a meeting, no one actually wants to be stuck in here. Why is it a crime to want to leave? I would if I could. That doesn't mean making a spectacle is the right way to go about any of this. Well, Walkie, what do you make of the situation? Their actions are undeniably suspicious, regardless of guilt. What Jesse could have been dangerous. I'd want to get out of here too if I had the choice. Now see that? Like if I want to cast suspicion off Jesse, I also don't want to start saying, oh, I want to leave, because then I become more sus. I'll pick the middle one, which feels neutral, which probably will just end up hurting me in the end. Everyone disliked that except Sloan and Dave. Wow, incredible every single time.
Exactly, this is a health and safety nightmare first and foremost. What if a fire had broken out? We literally don't have a fire exit right now.
I mean, you're right. Hey, at least no one did get hurt, right? Silver linings. Look, regardless of how you all feel about the context, you can't deny this is a strike against the young Hendrix heir.
And you're not suspicious for keeping us in here?
Oh, everyone's sus of Jesse now. Fuck. I want everyone to be sus of Fred. In spite of their differing opinions, you see the weight of uncertainty settle on everyone else in the cafe. Alright, while we're here, does anyone have anything suspicious they'd like to bring up? Fred's gaze makes its way around each individual in the room, but no one steps forward. I'm wondering, then, if the game's programmed to have events every 15 minutes on the clock. That seems like what it is. Like, this is the 15-minute event, and then there's like the 30-minute event, 45. That's my guess, anyway, as to how this might be structured. Great, good to know we're all making an effort to clear up this mystery. Walkie, do you have anything to add? Anyone here you think is a prime suspect? You? Okay, so here's my thing. I feel like none of Fred's routes are available in the demo. So if I keep trying to blame him, I feel like I'm gonna get blamed because I haven't been able to dig into anything making him look suspicious. The only person I've really been able to dig into so far is Alex. So I have to start saying Alex. I'll take note. And maybe we should get to know each other better. I'd love to change your mind, Walkie. Ugh, I've had enough of this whole back and forth. I know what I think, and I know we'll have our criminal caught before the damn cops enter the scene. You won't escape. The tense air of the cafe is cut through by the sharp ringing of a phone in the distance. Your boss's posture perks up. That's the asshole on the line. Sloan, can you go get my phone? Oh, sure, I can carry it for you. As Sloan heads into the kitchen, Dave turns to the group. His smile is wide, his eyes untroubled. Well, this seems as good a time as any to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Dave. I usually deliver stuff to the familiar 1 or 2 times a week. Lovely to meet you, Dave. Sup? Gods, is this what front-facing service feels like? How insufferable. Fred, here's your phone. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to answer the call or saved by the ringtone. Put the old bastard on speaker, Sloan. Now, finally picking up familiar. And here I was about to take your silence as a sign to put my feet up. Don't you do enough of that already? Why are you calling then? Don't tell me you're gonna do your job. Oh, you'll be happy to hear the calls you logged were heard loud and clear by the department chief. Oh, we'll be getting there a bit sooner than estimated. Not too soon, mind, but hopefully enough to give the phone lines a break. Oh, that moved the time a little bit. The sooner the cops get here, the less time you have to gather evidence. Time to adapt. I guess I'll take it, for all the good you do when you get here. See you soon, familiar. Even with his small victory, your boss looks wholly unsatisfied. Alright, that's enough spectacle for the morning. Everyone scatter! Fred, shouldn't we talk more about what happened? Puh, talk! I don't have time to hear more weak arguments. I want evidence, and Walkie will deliver. If they want to keep that job, that is. Sloan opens her mouth, as if ready to make one last argument. But the words fade along with any lingering determination. Looking out at the customers, you see that sentiment echoed. A resignation etched into the lines of their faces. They know they're stuck here, and they know there's only one way out. That one way out isn't such a bad thing. Being stuck in here provides an opportunity to frame your scapegoat, and with that, gain your freedom. What's some temporary imprisonment in the meantime? What are you all still doing here? Scatter! As everyone, despondent, floats back to their perch of choice, you see Alexandra throw a careful glare in your direction. Well, no shit, I just accused her of something. She looks annoyed. Prime suspect. I don't know what they're thinking. You make your way back to your small reprieve in this chaotic store. Your bag sits there, all the evidence they'd need to put you away inside. You need someone else to blame. I don't want to hurt them! Oh, but it's locked. Ugh. Things could be going worse. And you've lived through far worse before, much as you cringe at the memories. This scenario is almost a blessing, providing you with ample opportunity to escape the consequences of your actions. No matter, your scapegoats are scattered again, a thick cord of tension tying them all together. If you pull on that strand, it might all start to come apart. Just like you planned. Just like you wanted. Right? End of demo! Yay! Oh, that was so fun. I like getting to see the actual, like, interrogation, investigation, like, evidence strings section of the game. Like, replaying the beginning was good too, because I got to, like, reacquaint myself with the vibe and characters and stuff, and now I get to, like, see where the threads are. I like this so far. I really, really hope their Kickstarter gets fully funded, which, again, I will be linking that in the description of this video. Please check out the Kickstarter. I don't want to pressure anybody into anything, of course, but, like, they've got until August 6th, 2025 to fill this Kickstarter up. They're a little under halfway as of the current moment that I'm recording this. It'll probably be different by the time this is out. I've pledged. You should pledge too. I really, really want to see this game be the best it can be. And these devs are so nice. Do it for them. I want to see where this goes. I want to frame Dave. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's in the plan, in the works. But he's in the room now. So maybe I can frame him. Before, I didn't think I could frame him. But I have this, like, crack theory now that, like, instead of actually Fred's counterspell working, Dave walked in and shut the door on purpose. He didn't, because he's not the criminal. But what if he was also trying to steal the recipe and I stole it first? And we're rivals? Also, I just want to see, like, the game is, like, presenting all these other characters, like, look at all these people you can frame. Also, Dave's here, and I'm like, oh, Dave, the one person I can't frame? Can I frame him? Can I frame him, please? Can I frame him? I had a similar reaction to Doki Doki Literature Club, where, like, the game presented me with 3 dateable options, and I was just like, why can't I date Monica? let me date Monica. And then if you've played that game, you might know where the game goes from there, but like, I don't know, I just have this tendency to be like, oh, but this option the game won't let me do? Gimme, let me do it. Come on. Let me frame Dave. Come on. I also think it'd be really funny if the Dave romance option got unlocked. Anyway, I have been here long enough. This video is quite long, but I'm fine with it because I got to play the funny nice demo. But thanks to the Spill the Beans dev for releasing another demo, because I would love any excuse to talk about this game again. It's very cool, very much my vibe. I really hope I get to see more of it soon. Don't forget to check out the Kickstarter, like I said. Thanks for watching. Throw me a little subscription if you want. No pressure. I like to play a lot of demos. I have a lot of old Twitch playthroughs I'm editing down. Very slowly in the process of editing down, I should say. I stream on Twitch sometimes. Not at the current moment. I've been on a bit of a hiatus since I moved, but I'm hoping to get back to that soon. Like, comment, subscribe. How do people end videos? I've never been good at this. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.